I would never get married in my life. Listen, you gotta understand something. Soon as you get in a marriage, especially as a man, you lose everything. You're very vulnerable. Every marriage I've seen in my life went wrong. Every married couple I seen in my life, I never really seen them smiling. I never seen them smiling. You gotta understand something. You work all your life as a man to get things in your life, to have things in your life, to have nice things in your life, to have the physique, to have the mental confidence. And as soon as you marry, all that's up for grabs. And you gotta understand something. In this day and age, the courtroom goes towards the women. You go through child support, it goes towards the women. You screw up as a man, it's all your fault. And you like the man who's taking control in their life, they usually say everything is their fault. They usually take accountability in everything in their life. But nowadays, man, you go about your life. You have structure in your life. You have discipline in your life. You put in work for your life. You put in work for better. Man, the women don't even hit the same, man. Like a lot of them just want to bounce around, be bots, be Tatianas. And it's not that we complain about it. We enjoy it. Our time with the Tatianas and the bops and the good vibes and the good women, because it is good women out there. But you got to understand, not every woman was trained to be a wife. A lot of women go through broken homes just like us men. So you go through the grind and then you finally settle down with a woman and she don't know how to be a woman. She don't know how to make sure you're straight as a man. The house is clean, you cooked, she cooked, and she just overall looked after everything she need to look after for a woman to your manhood. That's hard to find. And just growing up, man, like just all the marriages in my family around, it always went south. It always was, we just in it for the kids. The man always looked miserable. And I just never wanted to be a part of it. I mean, even being in a relationship in myself, it wasn't a marriage, but it was just, I seen how hypergamous the woman is. And it's not that us as men, we aren't hypergamous, because we be looking at that fatty when they walk by and we in a relationship. But women are very envious and they're very sneaky. I mean, if you don't know women, you can be destroyed as a man. I mean, I dealt with a woman that was very manipulative and would try to break you down in a nice way. You ever met a nice woman, but she was so spiteful and evil? But you can't see it if you don't know game, if you not on game. Like, she's slowly trying to break down your character. Oh, you too confident. Oh, you don't do this enough. Or you don't do this like my ex did. She's trying to break you. You got to understand this. You got to see this. Because if you don't, women will break you. And then when you choose to marry the woman, all that's for grabs. And you go through this cycle of going through that and then having to go through the divorce cycle and stay going through that. Who wants that? Who wants to be stuck in a situation where they feel stuck with a woman? Who wants to feel stuck with a woman because they have kids with the woman? I don't. And I learned this at an early age. I got hip to game at an early age, seeing marriages just not work, seeing marriages just fall apart. And then, they just forcing it, or they just miserable. I swear I never seen a married couple smile together. Never in my life. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's not good marriage couples out there, but I'm just saying from my experiences. And I just know, like, in the courtroom, you won't win. And people are miserable. People aren't happy. The women aren't getting satisfied. They settling with the providers. You know what I mean? And not getting pleased when it's time to go night. You know what I mean? And the world is just getting more harder for men. But that's why I say you have to improve. We could talk about women all day, but are you improving as a man? Do you have structure as a man? And if you don't have these things together, you would never get it. You would never have the life you desire. You would never finally get on your feet that you desired to be as a man. So you gotta lock into these things and understand these things, or you will ruin your life putting your all into a woman. You will ruin your life wanting it all before you did it all. And I'm talking about putting all the effort you need to put into yourself. And then you pour it all to a woman, and then you cooked. You're done, man. And it's not that it's no good woman out there. It's not that. But the chances are slim to none. You gotta understand, it's a woman right for your legacy, but you don't have to force everything in your life. You don't have to, you know, look for that dream woman you looking for. You have to be the ideal man you want to be before you even find the woman you want to have in your life. But marriage though, she could be the right one, and then you guys get married, and it ruins it all. It ruins it all. I don't know. Soon as a woman feel like she have you, sometimes that's when it all go bad, man. And it's not that you can't settle down, but you constantly have to be still running game on your woman. You still got to be going through excitement moments with your woman. It's not that y'all not gonna be chilling at certain times to where y'all just kick back, but you still have to do things to keep her on her heels, to keep the excitement there, to keep her watery down there. So when you going in and out, in and out, in and out, she's still busting. But don't be so quick to just marry somebody. Make sure that's really what you want to do, and do it, because it's all about what you want to do in this life. I'm not saying don't get married. I'm saying, me personally, I wouldn't get married. Like, I have no thought in my mind right now at this point in my life of getting married, because it's like it's a double lose. You get into it, and it's just everything could go wrong that you ever worked for. You don't have men who's well off in their life and they got married and they went bankrupt, broke. If I get married, the only way I get married is if I have her sign a prenup. That's basically a contract within the marriage that is certain boundaries have to be set, because it's just a lose-lose for a man. It's like everything you work for is up for grabs. It's like, if she isn't feeling you no more and her hypergamy stripe, she could divorce you and get everything you ever worked for. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about you? I know you thought about it. Or to the naive one that's not on game, that's just going about like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna chase her because she's beautiful, and I'm gonna make her my everything, and I'm gonna put her as my whole world because she's beautiful, and I'm not gonna look at her as just a woman that, you know what I mean, to my manhood. Look, man, as soon as you stop respecting yourself, the world won't respect you. So have respect for yourself, and don't be just so quick to just make action in your life. Actually think and make action. Don't allow the thinking to stop you from making action, but put thought into the action you make it, so you could limit the mistakes. Not that you're trying to avoid mistakes, but you're trying to think through things so you get to where you're trying to go, instead of just swimming in the sea, just swimming anywhere, and then you just swimming nowhere because you're not thinking of the direction you want to go. And then as soon as you swim it, and then you see somebody, you see a fish in the sea, a woman that you like, a woman that is beautiful, a woman that you are hitting it off with, you think you are compatible to swim all the way to your destination with her, but really she was just looking to hop on your back to get to her destination, her objective. Because you got to understand, people come in your life with agendas, especially women. Whether it's providing, whether it's entertainment, whether it's good digging stick, whether it's quality time, attention. You got to understand these things, because if you don't, you're going to be swimming in the sea and you're not going to understand where you're going in your life. So you got to understand this, so you not just swimming randomly. You actually know the direction you going in your life. Because, man, that's the only way I'm going to be married. Prenubs got to be signed because action getting taken in my life, structure getting put in my life, and I can't put it all on the line just for a marriage, just for a woman to change her mind of what she want. Because you got to understand, people are changing their mind every day when they wake up. We ever woke up and someone just like a brand new person? It's because we human, we grow, we change, we evolve, and that's not a bad thing. But sometimes things is just not aligned no more. So just put these things into thought and get to your destination in life. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all in another one, man.